Hey everyone, I'm at Leiden Marathon today, the biggest running event in the Leiden area of the Netherlands. And obviously I'm not going to run the marathon, I'm going to run the 10k. And my plan was to use it as a test to get any idea of my current shape, because right now I have no idea how fast I could run a 10k. However, the weather today is very hot. It's the first really hot day here in the Netherlands. It's 25 degrees Celsius with no wind, and the 10k starts at 2:30 p.m. So change of plans, because I happen to be terrible with warm weather. My body just can't get rid of the heat, and so it's always been that way. So I'm definitely not going to push any limits today, and therefore I currently have no plan. I'm just going to run and start in a moderate, easy pace and see what happens. I am going to shoot some images to try to capture the atmosphere of the race. I'm really looking forward to that, and just hope I survive the heat. Let's do it. Alright, it's 10 minutes later now and I'm already cooked. It is so hot. I just know that I'm going to suffer a lot. Yeah. And then the race finally starts. I chose not to do a warming up for obvious reasons, and these were my first meters of running this Sunday. It was not racing weather, but, and I heard this multiple times, it was spectator weather. 25 degrees Celsius is a perfect temperature to stand at the side of the road and cheer on some runners, and you can see that in these images. Lots of people came to watch. And when we were waiting in the starting area, the speaker kept repeating, "Do not go for a personal best today. Please, please don't do it. Save that for another race. It is too dangerous." It also felt odd that 30 minutes before the race everyone was applying sunscreen as if we were all going to the beach. On the course, many people raised the city flag of Leiden. I always like when people do that. It gives a sense of community. After a few K, we ran through the archaeological park Matillo, where the Romans built a fort 2000 years ago. We can't see the fort because, in anticipation of more advanced archaeological techniques, it will remain underground for the time being. So they created this park to make the Roman history at least visible in some way. I think I'm at around 4k here, and I just felt my body temperature rising and rising. So this shower was a really nice surprise. We then passed one of the most fun parts of the course. This street always gives its all, and that really motivates you to run faster, on normal days at least. The heat really started to hit me, and not just me, but my GoPro as well. At this point, it had already crashed a couple of times, and every time I had to try for a minute to get it working again. And I had no idea if I would have any images at the end of the race. It might all have been for nothing. Super annoying. Meanwhile, I started feeling worse and worse. Right, so I stopped running. I have these cramps in my belly. I don't know what they're called in English at this moment. I tried to run through the pain, but it's just getting more and more painful. This really is my body not responding well to heat. So I'll keep walking for a bit and then I'll see if I can resume running, but I'm not sure about it. Right, the pain faded a little bit, so I'll try to start running again. Let's see how it goes. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. I kept getting these cramps in my stomach and started to get really dizzy from the heat, which always happens to me. My body just can't handle these temperatures. A couple of years ago I ran the half marathon at this race, at Leiden Marathon, and I collapsed halfway through and had to be brought to the medical aid point. Happy memories. Alright, I stopped running again. I'm feeling very dizzy now, so I know this isn't good at all. And cramps in my stomach are back as well. So I'm gonna walk for a bit now and then see if I can run final bit. Hope so. Alright, one final K. Also, the number of people that yell at you, "Don't give up, you can do it," when you're walking during a running race is so annoying. As if someone's just walking because they don't feel like running anymore. Please never do that. These runners are probably injured or not feeling well, and they really shouldn't be pressured into running. Runners should always listen to their bodies. Here we pass the city gate of Leiden, after which we enter the city center again. This passage is also in the single lope, so if you've watched my single lope video, you've seen it before. I'm now running the final, I don't know, 300 meters? I'm feeling really bad, but the people cheering me on, the music and the sound of the speaker at the finish keep me going. I'm a bit ashamed of my pace, and this is the moment I decide never to run a race again when it's warmer than 22 degrees Celsius. I just can't handle it. I'm happy I decided to finish the race though. It's always really cool to run this final bit in the center of Leiden with all these people watching and clapping. I'm also happy I filmed it, because usually I'm sprinting here and I don't really have the opportunity to enjoy the atmosphere. And finally, there is the finish line of what is officially my worst race ever. 10K in 52 minutes.
Julian van Dansen uit Capella aan de IJssel.
So I just finished and I knew it was going to be tough, but it was even harder than I thought. My body just can't handle these temperatures, even when I'm running at my slowest possible pace. But to end on a positive note, the atmosphere was incredible again and it was all organized perfectly. So thanks to everyone who volunteered today, and I'll be definitely back next year. Bye bye.